Hello, everyone, and welcome to Minerals Monday Live. Tonight is SPINEL. It's a stone of strength and a stone that is often confused to be a ruby. On our schedule tonight, we'll wait a few minutes for everyone to show up, and then I'm going to share with you information that you would like to know about one of the people who is involved in bank fraud and violation of the United States China sanctions, who was arrested and is actually being held in Canada right now. Her name is Meng Wanzhou, and she's the CFO of HUWAEI Enterprises, and she is a pivotal, very, very important person in the telecommunications industry and the huge money laundering and money trail regarding HUWAEI and the telecom systems. Okay, hi everyone, thanks for coming tonight. And after we do our political tarot for about 30 minutes or 40 minutes, then we're going to do a beautiful color meditation of SPINEL, which is red. And we'll talk about red, the color red, and the chakra and the energetics for chakra number 1, which is the red chakra. All right. Okay, I have to adjust my seat here. My dress is on here. So, before we begin, hi Diana. Welcome everyone, and thank you for coming. I truly appreciate all the heartfelt messages I received, and I know you all understand that myself and my family are just beginning to rest after our loss this week. And one of the people said the most endearing thing, which is that I do really, she does really pray and wish for our family to overcome this hardship during this time, because this is such a difficult time. But the good news is I got the wake scheduled for Wednesday, and I have no idea who's here.
I'm so sorry to bother you.
Okay, well, tell them they have to come back later.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Okay, and sorry, that was my daughter. And we have the wake scheduled for Wednesday during lunch. So that's all good. All right, so let's get straight to it, and let's get to the political tarot questions before we talk about the China connection. I wanted to go over the dates for June and what was happening. Essentially for June is that I read that there's going to be an explosion on Trump the Trump property, and I understand, woo, here we go. Here it is, news about money. Oh, it looks like the universe wants to tell us that there's news about money. Yeah, volume 5 is out, and there's just so many ways that it could go. So the way that I'm going to read tonight is regarding the Khashoggi situation, Khashoggi, because it looked like there's going to be some sort of action taken on or around the 21st that's going to result in something very serious going down. And it could have something to do with the V5, which just came out. Okay, so what this is saying is right now the intel is reversed. This is the King of Swords. So this is the DOJ, and the intelligence community is in reverse. So that would be like saying AG Barr or whomever is not acting on our behalf. This is, as we mentioned, there's a setup to take somebody out. This looks like some sort of an assassination. Okay, so that's the theme. Okay, and this is actually a relationship between Mother America and Russia. As you can see, the mother country is which is in this case United States, is holding her strength. So this is taking advantage of the United States in a time of weakness. Okay. And this is a tower moment. Oh my God, look at this. Okay. Page of Cups is bad news, bad dramatic news regarding the fall of the tower. Now, as we all know, we've got this tower moment. So a reverse tower is very, very unusual. And very unusual to get both the king and queen reversed. Like I've never gotten this on a reading before. So this is the Queen of Justice. Actually, this is North Korea in reverse, taking once again, an unjust action. Wow, look at this, you guys. Almost all these upside down cards. Okay, so this is the attempt of the United States to move data away. But what's happening is the data and the intel is moving in. Okay, so their attempt to move the data away, because we right now know that the government's trying to either hide or move data. This is saying the data is going to be moved back to the United States. This is a fight over the votes and the voters' rolls, because we know that Georgia had an unsuccessful election, and the only card that's upright, oh no, is this upright? Yeah, this is actually the Hanged Man, and this is once again the Jeffrey Epstein connection. So you can see in this reading and the V5 and what's happening this week is an entire thing of group of players. We've got AG Barr, we've got some sort of assassination, we've got the United States in a time of weakness, we have dramatic bad news, we're in a tower moment. North Korea is involved because, let's face it, KJU did not show up again. It's so obvious he's not there. The data is moving into the United States. The voters and the voting rolls have been hacked or somehow taken advantage of. The servers, this is the servers being hacked, because this is in reverse. And once again, the Jeff Epstein connection. So if that isn't enough to read on in 15 minutes, I don't know what is. Okay, so thank you for telling me the latest news, because the news feeds are very suppressed on my channel. SCOTUS was in hearing today, Zelda. Thanks for, could you update us what's actually happened? The book there's quite a few books coming out. There's the Bolton book. What was the SCOTUS hearings today, Zelda? Gosh, I so appreciate you guys for coming tonight. I know it's late where you guys are at, and this is meant to be very empowering, because today you can see we have the reverse position of weakness. And actually, I pick my stone like really super ahead of time, and then the universe provides the experience. And we're in a moment of weakness, and that's why I picked SPINEL, because it's a strengthening stone. Yeah. Okay, so Zelda's going to come back with us momentarily with the SCOTUS results for today, because I think what was happening was not Mathis, but it was Judge, what's the guy's name? One of the judges said that he sent back the unredactions because some of the redactions remained, and he was saying that there was no reason to continue to have these sections redacted. Like the reason that they gave to redact that section was not legitimate. So I think that he sent it back, that they had to unredact the remaining statements. I think that's what they were ruling on today, and I forget which judge it was. Two great ruling. Oh, they did the protection. Yeah, I heard that. That the healthcare. Okay, so the healthcare protections went through because they can't discriminate based on gender identity or sexual identity or whatever. So that's good. But I think that the other one was that they had to make a ruling on volume 5 of the unredacted Mueller report because they have to, I'm not going to keep using all these legal terms. They have to show the stuff that they blacked out, because I actually read the original report and it was just like blah, 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 box, blah, 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 black, blah, 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 blah. And they have to open that up. Oh, not just for healthcare, but for jobs. They can't discriminate. Yeah, well, obviously they can't. But that's great that we got the ruling for trans and LG. Oh, that's great. I'll tell my daughter. She gets very excited about that kind of community rights. Okay, so they ruled for California instead of Trump saying that California can be a sanctuary state. Oh, of course we can be a sanctuary state. Because, see, the United States Constitution, something that Donald Trump doesn't understand, rules that federal law does not supersede the state, okay? Once a state makes a ruling for law, they can't just supersede it through the feds. The feds do not rule the country. The states govern their own law, make their own governance. Okay, so let's look at this moment of weakness and how this, because what I got on my June predictions was that there was going to be either a revisit of the Khashoggi thing, or I think what actually is happening is that it's in the unredacted, I think it's in the Mueller report. Okay, so the question is the Khashoggi evidence against the people involved, the United States government, against the beheading of Khashoggi in the, okay, wow, we've got a lot of reversed cards today, you guys, and I'm putting this straight up. See, this is the wish come true. Our wish is that, our wish for the people to be granted, dear Spirit and Goddess, is for the truth to be told, for the truth to come out. This is the riots. So what this is saying is right now the riots are cooled down. We're not rioting. We've got peaceful protesting. But the agreements have gone bad. This is fraud, loan, debts, and agreements. Okay, so this is volume 5, showing that the dark money, okay, showing the dark money, and then the offer that can't be refused. This is our cups running dry, like we're running out of time. I would say that this basically says somebody feels like they're running out of time. They have to fulfill some like agreement. This is like a extortion. Okay, so they're being pressured. Okay, now somebody's being pressured. I'm going to show you guys these cards that, see, they're all mixed up. That in a time of weakness, we're going to take advantage of the United States. Okay, so in this time of weakness, let's see what's going to come out now that they've got the ruling on the redaction. Yeah, at least 5 black men in the last 2 weeks, 2 in California, 2 in New York. Oh, and it turns out there was 1 a month ago in California. So the news came out about him because nobody talked about it. So there's at least 3 in California. Yeah. Okay, so this is thievery and stealing. Strength. Okay, what are they going to steal? God, look at this. I keep trying to pull them right side up, but they keep coming upside down. Okay, what are they going to steal in our moment of weakness? Okay, see, once again, this is right side up, and the universe says no. No, you have to pull these cards upside down. Okay, here it is, the Chariot. It's coming quickly. The stealing, what they're going to steal is going to come quickly because they want, this is the demise of the celebration of the people, of the organizations. They want to take out the organizations. Okay, this is the workers who are doing the votes. This has to do with hacking. This has to do with hacking, you guys, and the votes. All right, so here's the hacking in the Georgia votes. Okay, see how it's all leading back to the interference in the election? Okay, so I watched Michael Moore. I don't normally watch. I've got to shuffle my cards at the same time here. Michael Moore, you guys, but he said we should be concerned about having a free and fair election because what they're doing now is they can't get it. They can't get it because the polls are so down. And I think they lost in Iowa. The Republican Party lost in Iowa. So now they're trying to hack it instead. This is wrong, you guys. Michael Moore says we need to be concerned about free and fair elections. Okay. Does anybody know what happened in Georgia? Because it's all hush, hush, hush in Georgia. Lindsey Graham is way behind in his polls. What state is he in? Does anybody know what happened in Georgia this week? Because it looked like what happened was they didn't so-called hack it. They changed the permissions, like they changed the authorizations so that they can't get in. Like the legitimate people are locked out of the servers. Okay, those require authorizations and passwords. So that means somebody did like a server reset. Hackers have gotten way in. And are the hackers good or bad? Because we know that Ivanka had something to do, and Ivanka keeps coming up in the other people's readings. All right. So if anybody has any, South Carolina, yeah, I think he's coming up really fast. And he's losing in the polls in South Carolina, and his opponent looks really strong right now. I forget his name. All right, so is Ivanka Trump involved in trying to steal the Georgia election? Cut the cards. Ooh, the levers keeps coming up. It came up in my last reading. It's the weirdest card. It just came up in our live stream. We've got to pull this card and look into it. This is Ivanka and Jared. What have Ivanka and Jared got to do with... look, yes. This is the yes card. Ivanka and Jared, yes. See this? Ivanka and Jared, yes. Oh my God, now the cards are starting to sing. The reverse King of Wands. Someone who's acting, that's like a Mitch McConnell type. That's the RNC. Oh no, it's not Mitch McConnell. Okay. King of Wands. 10 of Wands. This is the group of 10. Okay, we keep getting that with the group of 10 in the Senate. This is the group of 10 in the Senate. Okay, are they Republicans? The group of 10 in the Senate. I keep getting that there's a group acting in the Senate. So the universe says that yes, Ivanka and Jared are in on the Georgia elections. Okay? The group of 10 in the Senate. All right. universe wants me to get out the America deck, and let's take a look at the group of 10, because I keep getting 10s and it's a completion. Okay, so the 10 of Wands is the completion. See, here's a 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, the completion. All right, you guys. There's something weird going on, especially around this execution energy, okay, which is super creepy. All right. Okay, see, I've got my hands full here. All right. That's good that they secured the jobs and the healthcare. Thanks for sharing that news. Okay, so Michael Moore, for everyone who's just joining, hi everybody, thanks for the likes. We're going over the Georgia election, and we just got a yes from the universe that Ivanka and Jared Trump, okay, are in on the Georgia elections. It's something to do with this whole voting malady and the security of our elections. And we got so far as to looking into the 10 WOBs, okay, group. All right. So now we're going to take a look at the 10 players who are in this Jared Ivanka group. All right, you guys, here we go. A strong death means it's the end. A lot of strength for the end of the hacking of the elections. Okay, that's what we want. Okay, these are the 10 people in the United States government. Oops, there we are. News is coming fast about the group of 10. That's what this is saying, you guys. Here they are. What are their intentions? What Spirit wants us to know about it? And then here's the leader. Who's in charge? Oh, this is the end. So this is the end of the RNC and the corruption in the RNC. This is what this is saying. This is the end. Okay. Now this is also talking once again about the execution, which is very serious. Okay. This is the dream gone wrong. This is the bad guy. This is a star, a hope, a wish, and a dream. This is a nightmare. These group of 10 are a nightmare. They are the reverse Ace of Rods, which means they're holding the power in reverse against the people, led by the King of Rods. Okay, who is the King of Rods? We asked who's the main guy. Oh, wow, we've got so many reverses in this deck. This is going to be really interesting. Who is the King of Rods? Okay. King of Rods. He's a betrayal to Nancy Pelosi and justice. Okay, so the King of Rods is an open betrayal to Nancy Pelosi and the majority of the House and the Democrats and justice. Okay, that is the King of Rods. We're going to see this happening this week, you guys, an open betrayal against Nancy Pelosi. What are these people's intentions? Okay, to bond with North Korea, to take control of the intelligence. Why? Because they want to hold on to the votes. This is the Four of Pentacles. Now, this is interesting. The Hermit is in the intention cards. I think this is to say that they want to continue to trash the economy, and that North Korea is in on some money stuff regarding holding money and data. Okay, so we know that right now data is the most valuable thing. It's even more important than money, because being able to hack people's identification, being able to get into the servers for the votes is more important than moving money. And we know that keeping the truth, for them to move these data and try to hack into these servers to delete data, it turns out they can't just do that. Okay, so someone in North Korea working for KJU and KY, his sister Jelly Roll, is working on this data voter manipulation alone, okay, with the intention of wrecking the economy and keeping people isolated, because divided we fall. Okay, here's the blending of the data so they can change the voting. Once again, here's the news. We're getting the news about the money and the data, and it's right side up, you guys. This is good. This is good. This is Donald Trump, the candidate in reverse. It's going to not be in his favor. It's going to hurt the Trump candidacy when this news comes out about the manipulation of the voting in this whole Georgia thing. You guys, this is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. A nightmare. These hackers, I'm telling you, okay, when they put together these deals, the Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, United States, and Canada connection, they put together these deals, you guys, so that they move the data through, through these processes, through these non-server based processes. Okay. Yeah, that's right. That's why I need to introduce you tonight to the biggest, baddest BITCH on the planet when it comes to HUWAEI Enterprises. She is the CFO, or Chief Financial Officer of HUWAEI. Her name is Meng Wanzhou. She was arrested in Toronto in December of 2018. Trump put out an arrest for her. She was taken into custody in Canada. And this is the very important thing. 2 Canadians were then taken prisoner in China. Okay? And I don't know the guys' names. They've been like hidden away. And I'll bet they're going to do something against these 2 Canadian prisoners. Okay? Because this is adding tension between the United States-Canada relations. And they're pressuring Canada to release Meng Wanzhou back to China, because just last week, Canada ruled in favor of the United States, yes, that she can be extradited to America to stand charges on bank fraud and the United States-China sanction agreement violation. Now we know that this thing with Volume 5 is huge. All this money moving back and forth, and she is the top CFO for HUWAEI Enterprises. Now currently, many nations, including the United States, have put like a no to HUWAEI Enterprises. And the reason why is when they put up, and you know me, I'm going to talk about the 5G. When they want, okay, there's a difference between when they install it and when they deploy it and who controls the data. China wants to take control of all the data in the world through the Huawei Telecom. Yes, that's what I'm saying. They want to move all that data. And North Korea, they're like, think of it like a beehive, like they're the drones. But the queen bee is the Xi Jinping regime and HUWAEI. And so the fact that they've got the CFO under lock and key is huge in Canada. And it's taken them a year and a half, 18 months, to get the ruling to extradite her here. And I have a feeling that after last week, those 2 prisoners in Canada are in grave danger. Are you guys following me on that? Oh, hi, Noah. It's wonderful to meet you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're doing political tarot. And today I'm bringing out the Russian deck of St. Petersburg. Oh, thank you everyone for putting all the likes and thumbs and all the wonderful things. If you would like to donate to my channel, I put the donations link in the PayPal to help pay for the tip for the catering company, because we're going to have the wake catered on Wednesday. Almost all vegetarian, no meat. I know Michael Moore, but he said we should actually be concerned about having a fair election. And that is serious. And I don't normally watch the guy, and he's kind of gross, but hi, no one. So let's take a deep dive into Meng Weishao. Okay, because this chick is bad news. If she is part of this whole, and she's probably in V5 of the Mueller report too. So let's just take, I'm great at just looking at people and not always asking questions. I'm like, okay, thank you, universe. Let's meet so-and-so. Let's meet so-and-so. So let's meet one of the worst, most wicked women on the planet. We too. Let's check out the black spinel. Oh my God, you guys, I don't know if you know this, but we're doing spinel tonight. And black. It comes in black. It's opaque, it's not clear. But oh my God, I love, don't you love this black spinel? We've got to get into focus. So here we go. Focus, focus, focus. Focus. Oh, look at this gorgeous black. I think black is a gorgeous color. Look, you can see the super deep, dark reds inside the spinel. Spinel is made of aluminum and magnesium. Okay, we're going to be going over the chemistry. And the most absolute, there's the spinel. Look at that chunk. This is 13 carats of black spinel. Look at that chunk, baby. Get it right on over there for you guys. Wow. Okay, spinel is a power stone. We want power, we want strength. The United States is in a time of weakness. If I've never smacked you with one of my rocks, believe me, this stuff works. This is jade. This is high grade jade. Look at how dark it is. Look at all these striations in this. Oh my gosh, look at how gorgeous this is. Believe me, if you don't like me, I will smack you with my jade and you'll be like, I'm out there. Out of there. Meng Weishao. Ooh, she's in a group of 3 clubs. I told you. China, Russia. This is the China, Russia, North Korea. Okay, there she is. China, Russia, North Korea. Here's Meng. Here's her intentions. What Spirit wants us to know. And for this deep dive domino reading, the super creepy character. Her super creepy character. I'm going to put some love in it. Here we go. Love. This is who she is. She is, I told you, she's a club member. She's not just in a group of 3, she's in a group of 6. And this is the 6 Wands pro-Russian United States faction. Mitch McConnell, Devin Nunes, they like her because they want to sell off the United States group of traitors. This is an agreement. This is actually the physician's card. This is normally the medicine. Okay, so she sees herself, okay, as a partner to Xi Jinping. Here she is. She's like, actually, this would be the CEO of HUWAEI. That's her partnership. And the 7 of clubs, she's there to stand down. Okay, so she's not there to do the right thing. She's there for all the wrong reasons. Her intentions, oh gosh, I've never had so many death cards come up, you guys, is to take charge of the money. There she is, CFO of HUWAEI Enterprises. Okay, this is the offer. Okay, she's there to work with others to make offers. Okay, but her real intention is to end something. This is a card of termination. Okay, let's get some clarity on this death card. Okay, the termination of, the truth. Okay, so she wants to be able to control media and the op-eds for the lies so that they can take control and of justice and all of that stuff. Okay, and there it is, the manipulation of data. Okay, so she wants the end of the truth. Okay, she wants to end truth. She wants to end truth. She wants to take control of the psych ops. Once again, look at how controlling this is. This is like the Senate. She wants to get control of the government and the voting. Okay, so they want to control the United States government, basically, is what that's saying. They want the end of free elections, is what that's saying. Okay, what universe wants to know about us? It's, once again, it's the nightmare. We should be concerned. This is very serious, you guys. Okay, remember, they want to spy on us. This is the army of propaganda. They're going to take over and control through these internet processes with the end of Putin's army. This is just reeking of Putin's army and propaganda and voter election interference. Okay, now her character, her personal character, this is where it gets ugly. Ooh, I told you, she wants to be in charge of everything. Okay, this is Judgment, a reverse Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, that's KY Jelly Roll, and the Knight of Quartz. She wants prosperity for herself. She wants to be prosperous. Okay, she wants to have a ton of money. She wants to be a billionaire. Okay, that's her character. Okay, her character is just like KY Jelly Roll. She feels like she's the queen of the freaking universe, okay? This is saying she works directly with North Korea, okay? And the people who took out KJU, okay? These are the people who took out KJU, remember? Boom, they came to get them. And I told you she wants to be in charge of the judgment. Oh, God, she feels like she's the judge. Look at this power trip, this total control trip. The fact that this chick has a judgment card in her character role makes her even worse than KY Jelly. Oh my God, these people are absolutely wicked, you guys. Okay, what else are we talking about? Okay, so beware of your security processes. You guys, it's really important to keep control of your data because it's your vote. They want to steal your vote. They want to only send you a bunch of garbage on the news so you can't find out what's true. What else are we talking about? Yeah. Well, at this point, you know, some people have gotten smart, but some people are still being really swayed by that stuff. Oh man, I have to admit, you know, I've been seeing all these posts about they've actually got like screenshots and ad listings for the people getting paid to show up for the protests to riot. So yeah, it turns out I was right on that thing that they're getting paid. And I found out that what happened outside the White House was that they recalled, after they recalled the National Guard, they did something illegal, which was Barr and Trump paid their security forces to come in with United States fund, and that was illegal. So they are using our money for security forces that aren't actually constitutional. That's a violation of constitutional law, but it doesn't look like anybody really cares what's going on with constitutional law right now with this group in charge. Would you guys like to ask? You're scared. Okay, remember what I said. Don't be scared. Be prepared. Just have my motto. Okay, so we got to be prepared for the fact that our election might be overtaken. And this is what's constitutional law. I want you guys to look it up, though, because I am not a constitutional lawyer. If they cancel the election, that's talking about if they cancel it, like Trump says, no, we can't because of the COVID or something like that. Then actually the power does not remain with the executives. It goes over to Pelosi. It's called an interim government. It's in the Constitution. You have to look it up, but that doesn't mean that Trump just gets to stay in charge because he canceled the election. Okay, so let's just ask, will Trump try and cancel the election? I mean, they're trying everything at this point. Will Trump try to cancel the election? Trump try and cancel the election? Okay, here's the cut. Look at these group of clubs. This is the Kremlin, you guys. This is news from the Kremlin. This is news from the Kremlin, news from Putin. I think we don't deeply understand how involved Trump is with Putin. Will Trump attempt to cancel the election? Wheel of Fortune, it's a crapshoot. It's bad luck for Trump is what this is saying. It's a crapshoot. If he tries, good luck, Donald. That's what that's saying. Here it is, the three of clubs. That China, Russia, United States alliance. Okay, so what this is saying is it's not Donald Trump who's attempting to cancel the election. It's the Putin, Xi Jinping, United States connection group. Here, more clubs. Why? Because the man in charge, Putin, is the one. This is an agreement. This is an alliance. This is an actual hardcore piece of paper in writing. This is not talk. This is not an idea. This is a written communication from the Kremlin to the White House. So there's going to be a paper trail. There's going to be a paper trail. This is in the recent past saying that there's a paper trail with Putin. Good luck, Donald, to pull this off. This is this whole little USA communist, da-da-da, at this present moment, okay, is a reverse Four of Swords. This is normally dormant. This is awake. United States is awake to the fact that we have interference in our elections. And the news is coming fast. This is the communication. This is the evidence that's coming fast. 8 of Wands keeps coming up everywhere. Look, this is almost all clubs are ones. This is like, good luck. Good luck. We're awake. The only thing that's not a club is we're awake. Yeah, hello. We're awake to the fact that there's interference in an election. And look, they've left a paper trail. Putin's left a paper trail. And it's about to come out. Look, look. Hey, the club's coming fast about this election interference. So no, it doesn't look like he's gonna, there is nothing to indicate that he could successfully cancel the election. And he's probably such a, how shall we say, ill-informed that he thinks that if he canceled it, he'd still stay in power. Once they advise him, tell him, oh, by the way, that means that you have to be removed from the White House immediately because there's what's called an interim government, then he'll be like, oh, gee, I guess that's not going to work. I love political tarot. Thanks for putting the likes up, you guys. It helps others find the channel. You can tell I'm low energy tonight, but that's good. That means I'm going to sleep. Yay, we're catching up on rest. Oh, I need to let everyone know I'm shutting off my internet service and it's going to be down for 2 weeks. So I won't be doing any live meditations for at least a couple of weeks. After the 4th of July, we'll get started back up again. Okay? So take extra special care and love to my channel. I will send some cool like uploads off of my smartphone of all the nice places I'm visiting on vacay, so you can see some of the cool stuff I'm doing. But I won't be online. I'm shutting off my internet. I'm like, bye-bye. Well, I'm gone. Yay. I'll be going offline and just, you know, put a little video up on my camera and then upload it when I get somewhere where there's a signal while I'm at the cabin. Yeah. Yay. Oh, you'll miss me. I will be back. Now we do 1 astral projection per month. That was last week when we went into the tourmaline mine. Oh my God, I saw some Cruzero tourmaline. Now remember, pink tourmaline is known as rubellite, which is often mistaken for rubies. Rubies coming up, that's July. But red spinel is the stone that's actually mistaken on the crown jewel of that Queen of England. That's actually a giant red spinel, you guys. It's not a ruby. And spinel is a power stone. And so I have this one here. Okay, this one here is a pink spinel. Ooh, now that looks really good. Okay, it's a pink spinel. This is a spine, the yellow one. Okay, but this is the pink spinel. Okay. And here's the black spinel. And spinel is made of aluminum. Yep, and magnesium. Isn't this a gorgeous black spinel? It's finally. Oh my God, I love this rocket black. Look, you can see the super dark red, blood black, dried blood red undertones in this pure 13 karat black spinel. This one's not too expensive because black spinel is opaque and black's not a popular color in stones. Wow, love that black spinel, baby. So it's a strengthening stone and it's a royal stone. Now, I wanted to let you know that the most valuable and the most rare of all spinels is actually blue. It's made with cobalt and it's extremely rare. And you can see that up on the picture. There is a blue spinel. Cobalt blue spinel. I almost got a cobalt blue spinel the other day, but I didn't because I'm saving my money right now. Yeah, for the wake. Oh, thank you for the likes. Thank you for all the blessings. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for telling me the news about SCOTUS. Yeah, thank you for sharing this channel with others. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sending PayPal donations to help with the wake. And thank you for attending the color meditation. So when the minerals are present, like cobalt, which is very rare, the blue spinel can be formed. And once again, the red spinel has iron in it. It's very difficult to get red stones. If you've ever noticed, red stones are the most rare. There's quite a few pink ones, but to get red, I don't have any red spinel. It's extremely valuable. Oh, I love that black spinel. It's one of my faves. Oh, buffering. Now, it is possible on your end, if you are buffering, you can just hit the little X in the live chat because we're going to do the meditation now. Okay, yay. Okay, so you refreshed. Yay. Okay, so it's time for our color meditation. Let's talk red. Red is the first chakra on the color scale, and it is the base chakra. Red is family. It is security. It is the most basic. It's survival. So fear. So we're going to replace fear, of course, with love. Security comes from faith and knowing that we can handle anything that happens. We can be concerned about having a fair election without being afraid. Okay? So we want strength because now is a time of vulnerability. All right? Oh, nerves. Okay. Let me think about that. Nerves. I'll put up, I actually am the certified Bowen therapist. That's the Bowen therapy. And for me, that modality is all about neurology. And yes, YouTube, this is for entertainment purposes. However, I am certified and licensed. Okay. So for me, the best thing I like to do for nerves is to take hypericum, which is like those little homeopathic sugar things. Hypericum helps with nerves. And then also St. John's wort. That is like you could take in a tea. You can take St. John's wort in a tincture. It also helps with situational depression, which almost everyone has right now, and sleep adjusting. So I highly recommend a tincture of St. John's wort. Let me see if I can put that in the comments here. And then hypericum. Okay. Okay, so hypericum. St. John's wort tea or tincture for nerves and light depression. So in other words, let's see if it's going to send it. Because we've been stuck outdoors and we may not have been experiencing as much sunshine as we normally do, we're going to have, some of us will experience situational depression, sleep, biorhythmic interruptions, lack of vitamin D. I would also highly recommend taking vitamin B. B is very good for nerves and stress. Which we've all been under. Okay. All right. And yes, I am that's the certification for my Bowen out of the Australian Academy of Bowen Therapists. Yeah. And the other thing I've been doing lately, but I do have to go out on horseback and go looking, is mugwort. Mugwort is a sacred for any of the indigenous people, the tribal cultures. Mugwort is found by the stream, and it has like a milky underleaf. And you can dry the mugwort and put it in your pillow at night, and it helps with dream magic. I know. It's incredible. The smell of the dried mugwort. I put it like in a little baggie, like a little special bag. Excuse me, I just burped. And then I put it in my pillowcase. Right. All right, so red. Let's go straight into red. Now we're going to go into the meditation. And if you like, you can just check out of the chat and we'll just color meditate and say good night, basically. All right, so red. The first chakra, base chakra, family. So we may have a lot of deep sorrow. Okay, it is the sitting bone, the coccyx. Okay, it's the seat of emotion. It's survival, it's instinct. It's the connection in the mind stream to the reptilian brain. So that would be the flight syndrome. So when we're in a space of fear, okay, we go into either fight or flight or freeze, right? So we're not fighters, we're lovers, so we probably feel a flight or freeze syndrome. Some of us may be stuck. Okay, so that sounds like the people who aren't sleeping well probably have a holding pattern in the limpid brain, reptilian brain, which is telling us to freeze because that's a predator syndrome, prey syndrome. So think about it. If we're afraid, like someone's hunting us, we make ourselves small and hide in the grass. That means we're accessing the bunny rabbit brain, the prey brain, okay? Now we need to set that aside and move into the power brain because we don't have to be afraid that someone's going to attack us, or we're not going to be afraid of the germ or afraid of the internet or HUWAEI 5G, okay? Trump has put a stay on HUWAEI for like a year, and many countries are like, especially Australia, are saying no to China, okay? But right now we're talking about our family, our root structure. So red is the root chakra, so root vegetables. Good things are like parsnip, potatoes, believe it or not, have loaded with vitamin C. Beets are one of my favorites and are very good for cleansing the kidneys. Okay, so we want to think number one, root chakra. So number one, what's the most important thing? We die. Okay, we got to stay alive. Everybody's like, I am afraid. Okay, what are we afraid of? We're afraid of death. But we are not afraid because we are light workers. We do not fear death. What we fear is what's happening around us, like all this clan activity and these hangings is like bad. So even though we don't feel like, I don't feel like someone's going to come and put me over the side of the tree, the fact that they are doing that at all is super wrong and super scary. And so everybody's standing up and taking a stand. So SPINEL, we want to focus on power. We want to focus on strength. And remember, what we got is the awakeness. Okay, so the psychology is awake. The psychology is awake to truth. We know what's going on. They can't keep fooling us. Now, granted, not everyone's awake, but that's okay. There's enough people awake and they're looking to us. So family, root chakra, red, survival. Of course, money is survival. Food is survival. Air, okay, is survival. Now, what do you need even more than water? Air. We have to breathe. So, boom, what comes up? The whole I can't breathe movement. And Robert Fuller And Rashid, I think there was a police brutal homicide of a guy being shot in his back. So these are all blood rage, and the corresponding body part is the anus. Okay, these are anal retentive, once again, Neptune energy, and we are just beginning the Neptune retrograde. And the Mercury retrograde, which is, of course, the communication retrograde. But now, I hate to say it, but we're talking, a lot of a-hole energy, okay? So we want to stand up, but we've got to stand up in a way that we don't attract that kind of low energy, okay? Because we eat clean, we breathe clean air, we drink fresh water, okay? Our basic life, okay? Do we fear? Are we running out of water? Take care of it. Be prepared. Do we fear we're going to lose our internet service? Be prepared. Have a backup, okay? Are you afraid of money stuff, housing issues? Be prepared. Take action now to prepare yourself for hardships, because this is being in a strong position. And others will laugh at us at first. Everybody knew a lot of us got picked on because of that whole pandemic thing. We all put up our stockpile, but then found out we were the smart ones. Okay, so red. Red is the color of blood. Blood is family. It's blood. Okay? The strength is in our family. Now, there's the blood tie of the community here. And that's the psychic blood. Okay? And that's the blue. That's the cobalt. That's the SPINEL. Okay? That's the cobalt blue SPINEL as the community of all the democracy, even the democracy in the Lincoln Project, the group within the Republicans who want free and fair elections in a real constitutional United States. So all we're going to do now is bring ourselves into red. We're just going to find somewhere comfortable, kick back, relax, and start to think of the most beautiful red sunset, when the sun turns so red that we can't even see it, that the whole sky turns red. And it's the longest wavelength. Yeah, it's the slow frequency. It brings everything down to the base, all the way to the tailbone, to the pubic bone, to the hips. It's even lower than our sexual and creative energy. It's our basic survival, instinctual energy. That's right. Go back to the volcano. Take a trip back to just being a caveman and hanging out and looking at those beautiful rocks. Okay, because, look, there's a red one sticking out. My gosh, how beautiful it is. It sparkles with golden red undertones from the iron. Yeah, in that cave. We're just some old cave woman. Yeah, all furry and cozy and warm. And it's glowing at night because it's sundown, it's sunset. Everybody's just going away, going to sleep, feeling warm, feeling the blood, feeling the cleanliness of our blood, feeling our blood curse our circulation system. This is extremely grounding. And now we're going to put a cord. We're going to take a red cord and we're going to put a giant red SPINEL on our belly button. Yep, take a deep breath. And exhale as we put this lovely 45 karat glowing red spinel right onto our belly button and draw a red cord that starts to go down into the earth. And if you're on the upper floor, you have to go down through the lower levels and start going down through the ground. And now we're at the ground, and we're going to put the red cord down below the ground into the earth. Now we're going down into the aquifer, we're going down into the mantle, and we're going down into the core of the center of the earth. And we're going to anchor this red spinel on our belly button all the way to the center of the earth. Now you can feel how we're spinning, how we're like, wow, we're on the outside of the planet. Yeah, we are. We're way up here spinning on the top of the planet. Okay, but we're anchored with our red spinel. We're red. We're filling ourselves with red family, and we're remembering the beautiful memories of our ancestors. That's right. The beautiful memories of those we have lost who came before us. And we sink our energy of red down and down and down. We push down the negativity. We push down the fear. We push down the fear through the red cord into the center of the earth. And Gaia, who cares for us? That's right, she is our provider. We have food, we have water, we have air, we have love, we have everything we need. It's all provided for by Gaia. That's right. All these other things are human constructs. Just put them down into the earth. Time, money, hatred, bigotry, racism, anger. Anger especially is red. And we can push all our anger and breathe in the beautiful golden undertones and the red of that gorgeous, clear, glowing, magnificent red spinel on our bellies. Yep, you can check out the black spinel. There's red undertones in here. That's right, this is a great big fat one. It's like 17 carats. All right, now we're anchored. We are anchored in red. Now, red. I'm so angry. I've been so angry. It's been pushing up my blood pressure. Here we go. Blood pressure down. Whew. Nervous system slows. That's right, because red is a slower wavelength than blue. You don't want to think so much. Brain off. This is a body process. Go into your blood. Feel your blood cursing. Red. Okay, and now let's start to draw the anchor up from the bottom, from the inside, from the center of the earth. Let's start to pull up our anchor, our hot, red, wild anchor. Whoop, she comes from the center of the earth into the mantle. She's cooling down. Oh, you can just feel how grounded we are. I can feel how grounded the whole group is now, grounded in this giant energy. I can see us. We're like a parachute on top of the planet, and we all have our red cords in the mantle where the red spinel is made, in the heart of the earth. And now let's break our cords up, because we all need to go back to our separate sofas. Okay, and boom, off our cords go. And we pull them up through the crust and into the aquifer and up to the ground. And there we are. And you can just pretty much stay now with your spinel and your grounding cord from your belly button, pulling your hips and your body in to help you dispel those red elements that don't serve us. Anger, hatred, high blood pressure, and nervousness. Think about it. Calm is actually red because it's a very low energy. The calmness of the sunset, everyone's like, we're going to sleep now. Good night. Right, exactly. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. I will be putting up some fun videos of my journey the next couple of weeks. And I'm sure I'll be throwing some political tarot. But I won't have this really super great high-end internet connection because I'm going exploring. We're going north. Remember that love is also the red color, and our hearts are red. To remember our hearts. Gaia is a very red color. Gaia, the earth. And I do hope that you all find a piece of spinel, because the black spinel is especially spectacular, and it's not considered extremely valuable because of the opaqueness. The pink spinel is very valuable. The blue is the most rare, and red spinel is extremely royal. And no, it's not a ruby on the royal crown. That is a red spinel. It's the iron. Yeah, it's the iron that makes it red, and the cobalt that makes it blue. The aluminum and the magnesium. There's also an extremely rare spinel with manganese in it. Thank you. Namaste. Oh, I will be back in mid-July for the live streams, and I'll still be there uploading videos, but these live streams are awesome, you guys. Thank you for all the love, you guys. Thank you for the prayers for my family. Thank you for the donations for the wake. I truly appreciate everyone. And I will be seeing you on the comments on the regular just political tarot readings. Because there's going to be something big happening in the next 2 weeks. That's why I'm going to kind of lay low, kind of like keep my head low. I'm like, I don't want to, I'm just going to go hang out offline and take a break of all this technology. Hang out on the mountain. Yeah. Peace. Peace to all. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Jima. Thank you, Zelda. Thank you. Oh, gosh, we absolutely support Black Lives Matters. Thank you, Corona. Thank you, one something. I think it was not a one. Thank you, Stones. I put up recently for Corona Airline I do want to say this about the absolutely we want this Klan activity and these civil these hangings to stop. This is sick. That is beyond evil. I did put up a Robert Fuller video. I know. And also wanted to let everyone know that Beyonce has started a movement for Breonna Taylor. So please share, because Breonna was brutally a victim of a police homicide. And nobody hardly talked about Breonna Taylor. I think she's in Louisville, Kentucky, and Beyonce has put something out about that. Okay. Thanks, you guys. And then also, my June prediction shows that on the 22nd of June, there's going to be some very important woman, sort of like a Mother Teresa like. We need to keep our ears, our eyes open and share within the community. So when she comes out on the 22nd, we can hear her, what she has to say about this whole everything. So I have a feeling that they're going to try and hurt those Canadians. We talked at the beginning of the live stream about how that horrible person, Meng Wanzhou, the CFO of HUWAEI, has been arrested in Toronto, and the Canadian court ruled to have her extradited to the United States. Well, when she was arrested in December of 2018, 2 hostages, Canadian prisoners, were taken, and they could be in danger. So we need to pray for Canada. Okay, we need to pray for Canada right now. Oh, okay. So I think that somebody might have permission to block or report them, since we're finished now with our thing anyways. So I think either Secret Zelda might have permissions, but I'll have Kate put on permission so that you can block them. I think anybody can report a troll, but we're finished now, and I'll go do that. I love you all. Namaste. Namaste. Sleep beautifully. Ignore the influence on the chat. Focus on the grounding and the red spinel. And I could feel us all grounding together, the whole group here. There's about 8 of us that went in. I so look forward to our next astral projection in mid-July. Oh my gosh, that'll be great. Those are my favorite of all. Love you all. I truly do feel your love coming back and forth. I have never met such a wonderful community of online. I'm not kidding. I've been on Facebook, Instagram, and nothing like this YouTube group of tarot people. Unbelievable. Thank you all, you spiritual warriors. Spiritual warriors, stand strong. Stand strong. Oh, thanks, Jima, for getting her. Thanks.